Hello, good morning, happy Monday. I'm Janet Raftis, Master Energy Healer, Divine Feminine Channel, and on most Monday mornings I jump on here and pull a card from the Divine Feminine Oracle and do a little mini reading and activation for us. So I'm going to go ahead and just start tuning in. Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Bailey. And see who comes through for us today, who has a little extra love and energetic support to share with us as we move into this week. Well, Quan Yin is always a happy one to see. And she hasn't shown up for one of these before, and her energy is just so beautiful for those of you who have worked with her before. Thank you, Bailey. Maybe it's this energy. Like feeling the radiance of it. Quan Yin is the goddess of compassion. On this particular card, it says, I recognize suffering in order to release it, and curiosity breeds compassion. And I'm really dialed into the fact that there's like a little butterfly on her hand here, which really symbolizes that energy of transformation. Yeah, I see Bailey and Jill like loving her. I love her too. She's just got, her energy is so, for those of you who haven't worked with her before, it's just love and compassion, and she just holds you in it, and it's just this really beautiful sense of safety and being held and being nurtured. And I'm really feeling, what's really coming through is this curiosity leads to compassion, which leads to transformation, right? So, so curiosity instead of judgment, right? And so often we tend to judge ourselves. We tend to judge our growth or our lack of growth, or the way we did this, the way we did that. We tend to use judgment as a way of limiting ourselves, as a way of holding ourselves back, right? It's almost like in some ways a self-sabotage. It's like it dials into those limiting beliefs and those defense mechanisms, or it's an extension of those limiting beliefs and defense mechanisms. And it's the thing that keeps us from truly flourishing. I love that this is what you're working through, Bailey. And it's just, it's so powerful, because it's so powerful, right? It's so powerful for all of us. I think, no matter how long we've been on the journey of healing, this is something that will come up a lot, and it will get better and better and better, but it can still be there. It can still be that voice, right? That you're not good enough, or you can't do this, or you shouldn't have said that. You should have done this differently. If only you had blah, 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 right? The shoulds and the if onlys and those, I wish I would have, like that type of judgment, right? So she's asking us to be curious when we notice that coming up, when we notice that voice of judgment coming up for us, to go into it with curiosity, right? Because curiosity is a sense of love. It's saying like, hey, I want to know what's going on here. I want to be able to address it. I want to be able to hold it in my hands. And when I can hold it in my hands, then I can pet it, and I can love it, and I can go into it, right? It's like that curiosity allows us to really get to the heart of the matter in a way that is constructive, in a way that is growth oriented, expansion oriented, right? Which I think is, going back to judgment being this way that we hold ourselves back. It's like, part of that willingness to be curious is the willingness to change. It's the willingness to move forward. It's the willingness to move through the blocks, right? And that can be really scary, because that means we're going to be more visible. That means we're going to be more expressive. That means we're going to be more, right? Any of those things that we're afraid of, right? For me, something that I've been working through a lot is this energy of feeling safe in greater visibility, and really having to go into that, right, with this sense of curiosity. What's coming up here? How do I feel? What is it that doesn't feel safe about this situation, right? So this is her message for us, is to really give ourselves that compassionate, even if we can't tackle all of it all at once, right? To give ourselves this bit of compassion that allows us to look at it. And I just keep coming back to almost like holding a little bird in your hand, right? Imagining that you're that sweet little bird, and that this thing that's coming up is this sweet little bird, and that's you. And like that curiosity of like, what do you need to tell me right now? Like, how can I love you? Right? That's how the energy of Quan Yin feels, right? How can I love you? How can I be here for you, right? So let's move into the activation. And what's coming in is I allow myself to experience compassion. But it's a little bit different. I am compassionate with myself. That's what it is. I am compassionate with myself. So let's go ahead and get ready for the activation. So just closing your eyes and bringing yourself into your body, into your breath, and opening yourself up here to the allowance, right? I'm open and willing to receive this activation. I'm open and willing to receive the love and the compassion from Quan Yin. And I allow myself to experience self-compassion. I am self-compassionate. I am self-compassionate. So allowing now for the activation of this remembrance from deep within you. Your soul has known this. Your soul has known this all along. Your soul has always been compassionate. It's just been filtered. It's just been constricted. It's just been veiled in this lifetime. It's just been forgotten. So we're going to wake it up now. We are going to wake up this remembrance within you. I am self-compassionate. We are going to wake this up. I am self-compassionate. Feel that as you feel the energy of Quan Yin holding you, feel her holding you. And as she holds you, feel the love, feel the compassion that is here for you from spirit. And allow yourself now to activate that compassion within yourself, the knowingness that it's there. I am self-compassionate. I am self-compassionate, and allowing yourself to breathe into that and feeling the activation as it comes alive within you, as it wakes up from this dormant state, this latent state, allowing it to wake up and allowing your cells now to be held in this remembrance. I am self-compassionate. I am self-compassionate. Just allowing your cells to remember this, allowing the components of your body to remember this, allowing your mind and your consciousness to remember this, allowing this awakening to happen, this awakening to spread out through you, through your entire sense of being, through your entire essence. I am self-compassionate. I am self-compassionate. Feel that remembrance holding you in its energy, holding you in its compassionate love. I am self-compassionate. This is compassionate love. I am self-compassionate. Feel that awakening happening for you. Feel it holding you. Feel it loving you. Feel it embracing you. And as it embraces you, embrace it back. Feel yourself dropping any constriction and opening up to the remembrance of it, opening up to that remembrance of I am self-compassionate, allowing yourself to be held in your own remembrance of the truth of this, the absolute truth of this, the absolute truth of this. There is a part of you that has always known this and has just needed to remember. I am self-compassionate. And feel yourself dropping into, surrendering to the remembrance of that truth, surrendering to the remembrance of that truth. Feel yourself being fully held here, fully held by the remembrance of this truth, by the energy of Quan Yin. Feel yourself breathing it in, and as your breath comes in, you further oxygenate the remembrance of this within your cells, the activated remembrance of it within your cells. You're just breathing in and oxygenating that remembrance, allowing it to integrate more and more fully, allowing it to become the fabric of your being, to become so activated within the matrix of who you are that you cannot possibly forget again. And just breathe into that. And as you breathe into that, bring yourself back to the here and the now. with this remembrance activated and alive within you. When you feel ready, open your eyes. And I hope that, I would love to hear how this was for you all, if you wouldn't mind sharing in the comments. I hope that you all are able to carry the energy of Quan Yin within you for the rest of the day, as well as this remembrance of compassionate. So if stuff comes up today, or if you feel a should in your head, or I wish I had, or any of those, remember curiosity. Curiosity is compassion. Okay, I love you. Have a beautiful week. Take care. Bye.